How you guys doing? This is Martin, from my series, How to Pay Off Your Car Loan in 36 months Without Giving Up Starbucks or Being Cheap. I paid off one of my cars in 19 months. Currently, my newest car, the 2014 Camry, 29 months for payment. Car cost $21,061. I'm down about under $8,000. Divide that by 400. That's about 20 months worth of payments if I pay $400 a month. Or it's like $7,900. So to pay it off a 60-month car loan in under 60 months. So if I want to, I could take the car in and trade it in, have 10 months worth of like equity. Guys, a view of the Idlewild Mountains, little something. Take a break. You hear all the COVID talk. Now what is it? COVID impacts the heart. You're just making shit up, man. Aren't they? First it's this, then it's that. It was supposed to be gone by fall. It is just bullshit. The lady quit with California. I told you. What did I tell you? All the health experts will be vilified. I'm telling you. They're going to be chasing with pitchfork. I say, what are you doing? Where did you get your training at? What are you talking about? Watch. All of the health people will be vilified. That is going to happen within the next 2 weeks. They already got the lady already with California already quit. And they're going to say, oh, all those other numbers were made up. What's going on? I can't do any online training with my kid. Get my kid back in school. So that's going to happen. That's just traffic on the road. I was up a little bit further, the spike. What is it? The trailhead thing was packed with people. That's great, man. After I've been cooped up in quarantine, the last thing I want to do is get around a whole bunch of other people, man. People be getting close to you too, man. You want to see them. Or what I hate now, the cars with air conditioning. Gas is like $3.59, $3.69 a gallon. I guess if you get money from the government, like the $600 thing, you don't care. People like to pull up to you running their air conditioner. They think they got a cool car. Then at the end of the day, living in some ghetto house like the ones I showed you, like the Mustang. Houses across from a storage center, or they got the homeless across the street. But hey, we got our cool car, honey. The reason why I'm talking about cool cars is there are more cars out there now. I saw a Mercedes, BMW, old people now in their 60s driving around. I got shaded shit our whole fucking life. I got me a cool car. Now let me go back to my house and eat some dog food. It's all about, I don't want that to be you. If you're buying a car, I want you to at least be able to get you some good food. Can you shop? Can you buy fish? I don't want you buying top ramen. The reason I'm so hard on you now, this is a COVID world. In the old days, you can get away with that stuff now, but you don't know what's going on now. This is a whole new world. So that's why I'd be saying, hey, I have a $25, $75, $125 program. Hey, even if you're like me, I was supposed to pay off the car in 36 months. Looks like I'm going to pay it off sometime short of 49 months on a 60-month lease. Hey, still 10 months of the payments. That's better than waiting until after. What are they saying now? Oh, if you have a special approved credit, we'll give you a 72-month car loan. What? Do you know the IRS depreciates a car after 60 months? If I take that car to the dealer, that's worth zero. You know how many? It's bad enough if you have a car for 60 months. How many models are going to come out? What do you think is going to happen after 6 months, 72 months? Oh my God, your car is basically trashed. And that whole month after, if the IRS has already depreciated the car to zero, you're paying just you're just paying just mostly for whatever amount they think the car is worth, which is really worth zero after 60 months, just to make sure you make your payment just in case you don't pay it. And you're just paying insurance on the car. That's basically a piece of crap. If you get into an accident, you're not going to get anything. So that's what I talk to you about, number one. Number two, got to learn to deal with those emotions. The only way to deal with emotions, you got to take a step back, deal with the facts. So what's going on? That's how it used to be. Always emotion. It's great to get upset, but in the end, in this COVID environment, the only way to survive, you got to just look at the facts. Look at the facts. Some schools are online teaching. Those students that would have come on the bus aren't being bused there. Those students who would have gotten cafeteria lunches aren't there. Those cafeteria lunches which would got deliveries aren't there. The diesel companies that got gas for putting stuff in diesel for the bus, for the cars to get there, they're gone. That's a lot of money out the economy. So that's why I'm saying you won't have a
big pickup in the economy, maybe at least until mid-December. You're looking maybe at least, I'm pushing it to what's the next big holiday? Labor Day? No, Thanksgiving, because people eat. A lot of people gonna be eating and drinking this year. I mean, because hey, this time you ain't gonna get that $600 bonus and go buy that fancy car like all you guys are buying, man. I guess why I'm so tough on fancy cars is it's one reason to have a fancy car. But I had a 2007 Beamer, and I know what it's like to be looking for cheap gas, looking for cheap food. Eventually, the car owns you. My only saving grace was I paid that car off within 30 months, 35 months. At least, I mean, and what happened right after I just paid it off, the economy crashed. That was 2008. I lost my duplexes. I had to go through probate. So luckily I was surviving off of my income tax return. So as soon as I get my income tax return, that would carry me like another couple of months until I got some money for some different side jobs. So that's what I'm saying. But this COVID environment is crazy, man. You just don't know what's going on. Who's telling the truth? Who's lying? What fact they're going to use? What facts they're going to use to justify what they're going to do now. LA County's closed, or basically in lockdown, so they're going to go crazy soon. I mean, Arizona's open, this state's open, everyone's holding down. We don't want the kids to die. We don't want anything to happen to the kid. You don't have any money. Your kid's living in some ghetto neighborhood. You're shopping at Audi buying your kid cheap food. I mean, it's so funny where here all these people, we want to do it for the kids. You should have thought about that. This is like makes me laugh. We want to do it for the kids. You don't give a damn about the kids. That's why I get so upset about this Black Lives Matter sometimes. What were you guys doing before? Thank God the black man, the brown man, or let's go back or even talk about people. Let's talk about George Washington and the Boston Tea people. They're crazy up there. But just think if they didn't throw the tea into that, or they're waiting for Tea Lives Matter. We'd still be ruled by the British, man. So a lot of this is just made up by a lot of this hype you have. Black Lives Matters. We're all equal and stuff like that. Gay people are like equal now. That guy, Justice Roberts says that, which I really didn't care anyway. I even know that went to court. Like, who do you really care who screws who, man? Come on. Transvestite, bisexual, whatever, man. Whatever gets you off is how I say. Whatever you roll with, man. What if you and your girl roll with, go do it, man. So that was a waste of time anyway. But I think the economy is about to slow down. I mean, certain places where it's not as strict, any place that's a Republican type state is going to be open. Anywhere where these are Democrat, they think they can raise the taxes and think they'll have a chance to get elected. I'll be the ones that are like, wear a mask, like in Ventura County, man. I like that Reverend. He's like, fuck you guys, man. Reverend, you shouldn't have church. Why? Does it really matter? People can get the stuff anyway. Half the people in the church are cheating anyway. Even if people sit home, if they're not cheating, they're like, hey, my little daughter's looking good. Hey, it's better to get them out the house so they can get to the church. And the God Reverend said, hey, it's not good to be sleeping with your daughter. Not good to be sleeping with your son. At least go sleep with the neighbor, but don't leave the kids alone. That's why you have the Bible. Or hey, maybe someone wants to go like knock someone upside the head, beat someone like a baby seal because they don't have any money, but they'll go to church and listen to Proverbs and saying, hey, Proverbs says that you can do that, but you have to do the consequences of that. So maybe there's another action you can take. And then I was like, yeah. So that's why you need the church. Otherwise, it's bad enough you got kids. Look at, I'm in San Bernardino, Redlands. I live in a bunch of warehouse districts. People running, as soon as their lunchtime, running 20 minutes to get here, 20 minutes to get there. That's what happens when you got kids who losing kids. They just have no concept of money, no concept of time. And that's why you need the church, just to keep people on balance, man. Just like, hey, you don't need to do all that crazy shit. I mean, if you can do it, hey, take one day off a week, come to church. If not, donate some money to some cause, whether it calls you to slow your road to that vice that you have. So that's why I'm saying I like that pastor in Ventura, because you need the churches, man. Because these young kids are like, they're fucked, man. You got 0% interest in a bank. I mean, you got a generation of kids who won't know what interest rate is for savings. All the money they will always have will be put at risk. So that's why I developed the lottery retirement blackjack fund. If you're going to put money at risk, do it as something where you have a high probability of success. That's what we call return on investment. Like I tell you, in my day, you could take $1,000, 10%, get 100% at the end of the year. That's passive income. Now they're saying we want you to put $500 in the bank at 1% interest, and you'll get $5 at the end of the year. I made $8 back from pay. I made $8 on the lottery. That's $8 more. Well, basically I rate zero. $8, $8. But I'm saying I'm getting I'm investing $4 and I'm getting $4 back. At least I'm getting 100% return on my money. At least I'm breaking even. Now, if I take that money, that $500, I'm going to put it in a bank. I can't touch it for a year. 1%, I'm getting $5 back. That's why I developed the Blackjack Retirement Fund. If I take $500 to Vegas and I win 100, that's 20 times more that I would get by putting that $500 in the bank. Which one would you do? $500 in the bank, you can't touch it for a year. $500, charge off your expenses because you're doing other business activity, and you get a 20% return on your money, which is $100. 20 times more than you would get from the bank. That's what I'm saying. The bank is just a place for you to store your money. Can you think of an option where you can put some of it at risk? This whole generation, and then on top of it, food's going up, man. Luckily I went to Vaughn's yesterday and the fish was on sale. I got 3 good pieces of salmon for like $20. So I'm going to eat that Monday, tomorrow, and maybe the next day. But food is going up, man. I was looking at the bacon. It's like $8 for like 10 slices of bacon. I'm like, whoa. I saw the Huffy bacon for $5.99. I thought I'd get the deal, man. I'll get that. So it's about to get hot, man. But don't let it get hot for you. That's why I said this is the time. I got an interview. I'm going to my second interview this Friday. And like it's just all outflow now. You just got to just get your name out there. Let people know, hey, this is not the time to say, like I learned from Elena and I'm learning from other people. This is not the time to say, well, I'm learning I can help you do this. Not the time to say I'm a good learner. That's done. It's like, hey, this is what I can do. This is what I learned from my other company that I can bring to you that you can modify to help you make money now. In addition, I'm working on some other things. So as the market transitions or changes, I can add these skills to help you out. So you got to keep educating yourself, training yourself, giving yourself new skills, making yourself more valuable now, man. So the time to this is basically a depression economy. Let's be all realistic, man. If it weren't for the government stimulus, this would basically be a depression economy. And then you look at the COVID things, I was looking the other day, 35,000 infected, 350 dead. So that's less than 2%. Man, I'm thinking, man, it's 1,000 black people, 1,000 white people, 1,000 people of all races are killed. In accidents, 1,200 are killed by family members. I'm not even saying nothing about cops today. I know they got the black on cat crime. We got some of those, some of those white people do the murder suicide. You get one of those every couple of days or every few times a month. So you get more people dying from suicides, killing each other, revenge killing than you do from COVID. But I still say the COVID is just for Trump, but it backfired on the Democrats and they don't know what to do. They lost their base. They're trying to appeal to the Hispanic base. So they're like, oh, we don't mind illegal immigrants. We don't mind this. We don't mind that. Because they basically tossed the brothers out to dry since you have so many black Republicans. They're like, oh, these brothers are gone. They don't need us. And then they're trying to rally the young people. But the young people they're like Bernie. They think they're going to get something for free. But that's not how the world works. So it is just chaos now. But you know the way to keep yourself out of chaos? You got to go out and make money. You want social justice? Make money. You want to keep your family safe? Learn how to make money in a COVID environment. That's what I'm saying. Get rid of all the emotion. Let people be upset. Let them be frustrated. You got to look at the facts like me. This happens, this happens, this happens. So-and-so works at a warehouse. If someone's working at a warehouse lifting 49 pounds and also women too, what can actually help you do if, say, you're a business executive and you're selling $150,000 packages? There's such a big disconnect, man. So you're just like, hey, I do what you got to do. I'm going to do what I have to do. You don't need to be drinking. You need to be getting in shape. And you need to just be associated with people who are like faster than you, man. And it's not necessarily young people either, man. These young people are like, they in their own world, man. I look at them sometimes. It's sad, and I take full responsibility. I'm 52, and I should have made the world better. I didn't know we were going to have this COVID thing, and like all the, like I said, what I said the other day, when the tide goes out, we find out who doesn't have any underwear on or swimming trunks. Well, the tide went out, and you see every weaknesses of all of us. We've learned, hey, my partner is great when I don't have to look at her every day. Or my kid is great, but if you want me to homeschool this kid, I'm going to have to get up out of here and leave him with the other partner or something. Or get like, what is it? They said there's a way you can do it where the incubator or something, you can get an online person to help you. So this COVID has basically exposed all the weaknesses of the world. And everyone is just, when you get exposed, what can you do, man? If you get out, you just got to say, okay, first accept I got exposed. What kind of strategy can I put in place to help me get back on this? What can I do to get back online? So that's why I'm saying, if you got 20 million people out of work, if I made $8 on the lottery, I made $8 more than like 20 million people. That's why tomorrow, the $169 million lottery, we'll find out if my streak of making $4 comes to an end, or hey, do I hit like the 3 + 1, which is about $400 to help us fund the lottery retirement program for the next couple of months. So we're gonna see if my strategy works. And if you want to like learn some of my strategies, I got my $25 lottery retirement fund, and I also got my $500 blackjack retirement fund where we just talk about blackjack strategies. So hey, if you don't want to do it, hey, give me some of your money. I have my $397, $697, $797 Get Out the Stack program. It's 20 million people out of work, man. The only way to get out the stack is you got to set yourself apart. All that money you have, you got to keep that money, and you got to reinvest it in yourself. I also got my $1,100 to $1,000 commission program. That's if you guys working on commission, you got to save some extra money up in your deposit account so you can go a month or two without making a sale, because you're going to have to do a lot of it now. I told you, what I tell you earlier, schools are closed, cafeterias closed, all the diesel, all the food that went back and forth, that's impacted. So you're in a slowing economy at least till November. I think I moved it from September to November, and that's like Thanksgiving time. So, and I don't think no one's getting no stimulus money till like September, if not early October. So let me know. And for those who say I don't want to join your channel, I don't like black people, I don't like black people who wear hats like looks like a Mexican would wear or something, you know, then join my channel, man. I'm spending $4,000 to $5,000 on my training. In the COVID economy, just take 1 or 2 tips that I'm telling you, set you apart, man. Even if you're unemployed, take a couple of these tips. You need to just start changing your attitude. There's no shortcuts anymore. You can only get so many crumbs and handouts from the government until they cut you off. So join my channel. I'm going to have 1 million people. I'm just going to keep asking. I know some of you go, I don't like him, I'm not going to help him out. Hey, that's okay, man. That's why some people are unemployed. Hey, that's why your girlfriend's leaving you. Hey, that's why you're riding on a nice Audi with a donut. You don't want to listen to nobody. You want to show off. Just don't, the goal is don't be a person, a man or woman with a nice car on a donut. You know what that means? That means you don't know something.